Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Olympia D here, coming back to you with part 10 on my series of strange occurrences. So today I'm going to be talking about a very disgusting and disturbing case about a young lady named E. Lee that was murdered in Milwaukee. So I'm going to read an article about what happened to her and I'm going to give my opinion on the facts after. Two Milwaukee teenagers face homicide charges in the September 2020 rape and murder of E. Lee. Lee was brutally beaten and left for dead in Washington Park. Kamari Lewis, 17, and Kevin Spencer, 15, each faced one count of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime and one count of first-degree sexual assault as party to a crime. Lee was found September 16, 2020 in Washington Park by bystanders, still breathing but unconscious. Severely beaten and left for dead, she was undressed below the waist, indicating sexual assault. She suffered severe contusions to the face and head. A hospital examination confirmed the sexual assault. She died September 19th due to blunt force trauma to her head. A criminal complaint said video showed 5 to 6 people potentially involved in the crime running from the area. It appeared Lee had been taken from a blanket to a tree where the sexual assault occurred. She was then dragged to the edge of the pond and left for dead. Based on the video, investigators learned it was probably teenage boys or young men associated with each other who were involved. Video from Washington Park Library showed 11 people leaving the park, 6 in a group on bicycles, 5 in a separate group. One of the bystanders who called 911 after finding Lee's body was determined to have actually been in the park during the assault, the complaint said, walking with several subjects including Lewis and Spencer. When confronted with that information, prosecutors said the witness gave a detailed statement to indicate Lewis and Spencer beat Lee and forced her to perform sex acts. The witness said video was later on viewed on Lewis's phone showing Lewis and Spencer hitting her as she lay on the ground. The second person who found the body said he witnessed Lewis hitting her with the tree branches and punching her in the face, while Spencer also beat the victim. After the beating, he said Spencer told Kamari to put her in the water and Kamari was dragging her into the water. The witness said he received video of the incident recorded by Lewis through Facebook Messenger and later deleted it from his phone. A witness whose DNA was found on a bottle at the scene told investigators he walked to the park with Lewis and Spencer and they saw this lady on a blanket in the park and walked up to her to see if she had any money and started harassing her. Prosecutors said Spencer confessed to this witness that he and Lewis beat and raped Lee. Lewis tried to downplay his role in the incident, telling investigators that Spencer and the others did most of the beating, according to the complaint. He even added, incredibly, the complaint notes that Lee volunteered to have sex with the defendant and others present, but other people came around. The group started beating her despite the video evidence noted by prosecutors. The complaint said Lewis suggested Spencer was the most aggressive and that he beat Lee more brutally as more people gathered. All in all, prosecutors say Lewis admitted to beating Lee, sexually assaulting Lee, leaving her for dead near the pond and not calling for help, noting that he thought Lee was dead and didn't really care about her because she's not someone he knows personally. Nancy, Lee's sister, stated she struggled to understand why this happened and what happened. It hurts so bad, you know. It really hurts me. I just want justice for her. That's all I want. She didn't deserve to die that way. Stated from her sister, Nancy Lee. And therein lies the end of this horrific article. So, based upon what I just read and all the evidence I've seen about this case, it's beyond disgusting. These guys, teenagers that did this to this young lady, were not even 18 years old, but they actually committed crimes that only a sociopath would do in the public, which makes this especially disgusting and heinous. This young lady was, I can say, executed in a public forum by a group of savages. For what reason, who knows? Okay? She was 36 years old. She was a mom. And she was apparently sitting there minding her business when she was attacked by a mob and raped and brutally beat to death. It's beyond disgusting. My prayers to the family. I mean no disrespect by making this video, but I just want to bring awareness to the evils and perils that are in this world that could come from anybody. So the scenario is you're sitting there or anywhere minding your business in a public place, as I stated before, and a random group of whoever comes along to pick up a problem with you for no apparent reason, you're a woman alone, then you end up in a scene out of a horror movie. I can't imagine what she must have felt like. People, wherever you are, protect one another. Guard your heart, guard your mind, be on point, watch everything that's going on around you. And if you feel in danger, try to remove yourself from the situation. Very, very disturbing and heinous case. One of the most heinous videos or articles I've ever read pertaining to these series of strange occurrences that I'm talking about. Please leave it in the comments what you think about this horrific situation, if you've ever heard of this case, and what are your viewpoints on it. Like and subscribe if you see videos like this and you want to see more like this. I have a lot of content coming up that has a lot of strange occurrence videos that maybe you have heard of and maybe you never heard of. Take care and talk to you soon.